Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, my vlogging channel. Today's video is very interesting and very scary, and you will see in my face how scared I am of what is to come very soon. So I am making this video all about plastic surgery again, only because I felt like I got tons of questions about why mommy makeover. What was my intention before? What did I actually wanted to do? Was it all along mommy makeover that I wanted? And the answer is no. Let's go back. So I always felt like I had something popping out when I work out. You see, because I feel myself, I see what I look like from all sorts of angles. So when I bent over, I felt like something was always like popping out, and I thought it was fat. And I'm like, it's totally okay. I am on my weight loss journey, my weightlifting journey, my just fitness journey overall, and the fat will go away eventually. And I thought it was just stubborn fat that I had right here. Everyone has stubborn fat, and I thought with time it's gonna go away. And I was not rushing at all, because if you see me on Instagram or if you watch my what I eat in a days, I am not about the deficit. I am much more about maintenance, or even a little bit of a surplus, and just taking it slowly. I feel like it's better for me to eat enough and just work out and just wait until my body kind of fixes this. Although I thought that is what was going on, that it was all fat and it will go away eventually. When I went to talk with the surgeon, my intention was my breasts, because I breastfed my first daughter for 5 months, my second son for 2.5 years, and then my last daughter, I was still breastfeeding at the time of the appointment, and she was a little bit over 1. So I went to the appointment, and of course my intention was my breasts. My breasts were gone. Like, I don't have any more breasts. I only have skin there. And with weight loss comes, of course, when you lose fat overall, and sadly there's a lot of fat in there. So I lost a lot, and then the breastfeeding kind of sagged everything down. And naturally I have large breasts. I always have had a large chest, so for me, gravity does its thing, and it doesn't look pretty, and I don't want it anymore. Like, I feel like I'm done having children, and I am 28 years old. If I can change that, I would like to change that now, and just continuing to be happy. So when I went to the appointment, he looked at my chest. He's like, okay, yeah, I can help you. Like, he showed me what he can do, what can be done, and what we could look, what it would look like. And then he told me that a breast lift will still not put anything, like, I don't have anything up here. It's all kind of sagging down here, the fat that I still have in there. And so if he lifts them up, I'm still not going to have anything up top at the chest here, right? So it's still going to be just flat over here. It's going to be up, but it's going to be flat right here. Most of the chest is going to be on the bottom here. I hope that makes sense. And so then I'm like, okay, well, what can I do? And he told me, of course, options: implants, fat transfer. And so I thought about it, and an implant is never something I wanted to do. I feel like I'm very weird about things in my body, and I feel like that would just bug me. Of course, not to talk about possibility of the implant ripping or leaking, and it's just, you need to redo the surgery again, which was my intention of doing this once and never again. Will I ever attempt to do this surgery, or any kind of surgery at all? Of course, never say never, but I'm pretty scared of these things, and like I am so scared right now. I cannot sleep, I cannot eat, I'm so nervous, I cannot concentrate on anything. Just the scaredness of actually going through with this tomorrow. So then we looked into fat transfer, and of course he told me, what is your you know, fat that you would like to get to the chest to be a little bit more round and to have something up top here. And I said, well, my stomach. I'm like, I've been working out and it's not going. I'm not rushing for it to go, but if I need to put something in here, it has to go from this little place right here. So he looked at my stomach and he's like, well, you don't have a lot of fat here, it's mostly skin. What? And I'm like, I was so shocked. I'm like, no, really? Like, I've been trying to lose this for like a year and a half, and you're telling me that this is skin and it's never going away? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, if I take the fat that is actually there, like the rest of the fat, of course they have to leave some amount of fat because we're women and we're supposed to have some fat over here for, you know, protection if we get pregnant. But if he takes out the fat from here, he's like, you're gonna have a lot more loose skin there. And that's when that happened, and I'm like, I don't want that. Like, the skin that I have now, it's been bugging me for a year and a half, and I'm like, it's gonna go away eventually. And I was patient, and I'm like, well, if it's never going away, and on top of that, I will have more skin because you're taking the fat out and putting it into my breasts. And then he's like, okay, well, I feel like if you're not happy with, you know, your skin, even more skin, you need to think about a mommy makeover, where a breast lift, of course, I think a mommy makeover is implants, right? And a tummy tuck. Breast lift, implants, and a tummy tuck. So I'm getting like a variation of that. So just a breast lift, fat transfer, and a tummy tuck. And it's just, that's the way that it all happened. It kind of all fell into place. Of course, the money went up like the price just skyrocketed, only because to take fat out, it's very expensive just to take it out. So not talking about actually injecting into the breast, it's just to take the fat out, it's thousands of dollars. It's crazy. Of course, very worth it, and you know, you need to pay a good amount of money. I picked a very good surgeon in Chicago, a very famous one, so I would get the best that I can get, and I do want the best for my body. So here you go, you guys. That is the story behind how the mommy makeover happened in the first place. When I went, you know, into the appointment with a breast lift only, and everything just changed. Of course, I was warned by my friend that they actually, you know, pick at you, sort of, for you to get more done. But I felt like, because he actually looked at my stomach and told me that this is skin, and I believe him. You know, he's been working at this for years. That just changed for me, because I don't want more loose skin. I'm like annoyed with the one that I have now, and I don't want even more for my whole life. So then he asked me, do you want to get separate surgery? So your breast lift first, heel, and then your tummy tuck, and you know, whatever. I said, no, like, you do everything now in one shot, and then I hope never to see you again. So he looked at me and he laughed, and he's like, yeah, I can see you're the kind of person that would not most likely like ever do this, and if you do, then it's just a one-time deal, and no thank you. As I said, I'm very scared. I've never even gotten an epidural. Like, I'm very scared of not needles necessarily, but something touching me, something in me. It's just freaking me out. So the needle in my back, or the catheter, right? If you get an epidural, you get a catheter, and that's just no. So when I went to the appointment and she told me what's gonna happen, I know right after the surgery, that I'm gonna have something in me, and just like the drainage, it's just like, can you not tell me? Like I can manage. It's just thinking about something being inside of me, and you know, the surgeon touching me and actually cutting me open. It's just, I cannot. I felt so like nauseous. I'm like, let's not talk about this. Like, this is, I'm gonna pass out. Okay, here you guys. That's it. I will be updating a lot on my Instagram. Of course, I'm not going to be able to make YouTube videos, you know, for quite a long time. I feel like I would be maybe able to update you in a week's time, because my vlogging videos come out every single Wednesday. So I hope that I can update you guys, you know, in a week or so about how the surgery went. I did take some, you know, before pictures. Here you go. That's one of those. I'm taking a lot in in different clothing, because now I know how important pictures are and how I love collages. Like, I love collages so much. With my weight loss journey, they're just like the best. And that's about it. And one last thing, the surgeon said, and I don't know if I mentioned this in the other video, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating it, but he said, and it made me so happy, there is a possibility, if you are genetically lucky, that when we do your tummy tuck, that you will be able to see your abs. Well, if you're genetically lucky, of course, but you know, it's just, when I think about this, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Like, you would not even, like, I don't even remember having like boobs, not just skin, and I don't remember having my stomach being even flat. You know, I've been overweight before my pregnancies, then of course all the pregnancies in a row. It's never been flat, I feel like, and I don't remember my teenage years. I see the pictures and I'm like, that's awesome, but I don't remember actually feeling slim, feeling fit, feeling, you know, skinny. So we'll see how that goes. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I will be updating on there. I also have a Facebook if you want to send me a friend request or just hit a follow. So I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.